What's going on, everybody? Eric Crawford and Tyler Greever in Charlotte for ACC Kickoff. Eric, it's strange to be here and see SMU's logo and Cal's logo and Stanford. I grew up in ACC country in Virginia. I never could have imagined those three schools being ACC members, and I think it's a good time to discuss the future of this conference because not only do they add three members, they have two very prominent members, arguably the two biggest brands in Clemson and Florida State, actively looking to leave.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in a legal fight right now, and that's not going to end anytime soon.
No, it's going to go on for a while, and they've got to figure that out because no matter what good happens, that's what it all comes back to. That's what people end up wanting to talk about. The league is vulnerable. Are other people looking in? The Big 12, supposedly at one point, they're looking at Miami and Louisville. At another point, they're looking at Florida State.
Yeah.
Whoever. Does the SEC want any of these? The indications are not really right now. The SEC is not for Clemson or Florida State, so who knows? But the league, obviously, the bigger problem is they don't have enough revenue for their teams. They're at a big deficit for these SEC and Big Ten schools, and where does that money come from? You're hearing a lot of open discussion in the Big 12 and the ACC. It's a lot of closed discussions.
Yep.
You don't hear, but they're considering the same things. League naming rights to the league. Could this be the All-State Conference, the ACC, or something like that?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Right.
And private equity, which I think they're less interested in.
No, absolutely. And in the rat race, if you will, it does seem like the Big 12 and the ACC are kind of battling for third at this point, and that's just looking at it from a sheer revenue standpoint. Commissioner Jim Phillips of the ACC said they're not actively chasing third. They want to be at the top, but I think that's just the reality of the situation, Eric. But I will say that Louisville, as opposed to many other schools in this conference, may be better suited for the uncertainty of these next few years because Louisville's conference history is all over the place.
That's all they've ever known. Louisville has been the team to sue a league. Conference USA, they've been a team to be a school to be sued because they didn't want to let teams into a league. They've done it all. If you go back the last 30, 40 years, you've seen everything. The fact that they're in the ACC right now is a huge bonus for them because it could have been otherwise. They could have been somewhere else and been fighting their way in. So I do think what you say has merit. They are positioned to be able to react, and I think they will react when the time comes, whether they're going to talk about it or not.
Exactly. It wouldn't hurt to maybe make another ACC championship game or two, like potentially on the way out if that's the case, or you establish yourself as a new top dog in the ACC, because right now I think there is a spot for the taking there with the powers that be not being as powerful as they have been traditionally in the past. But we'll keep up with it every step of the way. He's Eric Crawford. I'm Tyler Greever in Charlotte for WDRB Sports.